What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be talking to you about the Advanced Warfare campaign. Now, I'm not going to be talking about the multiplayer because I've really just fallen off Call of Duty multiplayer, if I'm being honest. Really more of a Battlefield person, and these Call of Duty multiplayers are just recycling the same crap in a Twitch shooter. So, the campaign. I picked the game up for around $14, which I think is a good deal. We'll get into that later, why I think $14, $15 is probably a good price point for this game. So overall, I mean, the campaign was fun. You know, it's a Call of Duty game, so you're going to expect that kind of arcadey and Hollywood action feel. But overall, it didn't quite have the same weight as the Modern Warfare campaign, the Black Ops campaign, or the Modern Warfare 2 campaign. And though it had the cool gadgets and, you know, a pretty fanciful story, I just felt it was overall a little bit mediocre. However, there were some good things about it and some things I felt they could have done better. So first of all, they advertised the game as having a lot of cool gadgets, a lot of futuristic elements, hence the name Advanced Warfare. However, when it comes to triggering these elements, they're mostly cutscenes. There are a few instances in the game that I'll get into where the gadgets feel a little more fluid and freeform and like you're really using them how you want in the world, but usually, you know, it's press X to climb up this thing, press X to engage, you know, the mute charge, or all of the cool gizmos in the game. It's all just a pre-rendered, you know, pre-recorded event, so it sort of cheapens the advanced nature of the game when you feel like, well, all I'm really doing is just triggering, you know, an MP4 with the cool thing that I'm supposed to feel like I'm influencing. And also, I was never really engaged by the story. The story is basically about a private military corporation that takes over the Earth, and while it is well acted and the voice acting is good, Kevin Spacey does a great job playing the evil corporate bad guy, it always feels just a little far-fetched. It doesn't feel grounded in reality, and it definitely doesn't have the gritty feeling that like Black Ops or Modern Warfare had. And you know, when the NPCs die and we're supposed to be feeling, you know, oh, no, not that character, it's just, it falls flat. You have no reason to like want any of these characters to survive. And also, man, your character, they try to characterize a little bit. The dude, I think his name is Mitchell, but I mean, just one-dimensional as hell, honestly. However, the game has a lot of fun moments. For instance, there's like a couple times where the brilliance of this game does come out. For instance, there's a stealth level where you infiltrate a massive party. And it's in like Bangkok, Thailand, and you're sneaking around through this like dimly lit mansion, and you can eavesdrop on conversations, and there's a great use of sound occlusion here as you sneak around and pick your route using your gadgets, using your grapple hook in a freeform way. You can kind of Rico Rodriguez Just Cause 2 your way around this map, and you're picking off guards, and that's where the game starts to feel, oh, this is dope, you know, this is like Mission Impossible. There's also a good grapple sequence in a later level where, again, the grappling doesn't feel so rigid. You're kind of using it in the world to do how you please in kind of an open sandbox environment, or as big as those environments get in Call of Duty. Then, of course, there is a really awesome level that has a stealth beginning and then a sequence where you escort essentially a strike team into this like corporate office building using a drone, and that feels really cool. It's not that they fell on their face completely in this game, it's just there are many times where I just felt they could have done more, and these little bits accentuate it. There's also a great series of events where you play in this giant upgraded exosuit called the ACS, I believe, and it allows you to just rain havoc with a chain gun and rockets. It feels really good. Also, I gotta say, the cutscenes are some of the best I've ever seen in a video game. I mean, I'm talking about some of the best motion capture I've seen, insane rendering of the characters down to like the whiskers on guys' faces, and all the voice acting is very competent. A lot of the corniness in the game comes from the script. As far as the team of actors and voice actors that brought the game to life, they all did a stellar job. And also, some of the future elements felt tacked on. For instance, there's a laser gun you can use, but it's sort of just like, you know, fuck it, let's add a laser gun. It didn't really feel like it fit in the world. Also, at the end of each mission, you have the opportunity to put upgrades into your suit, but none of them feel like they really affect the game very much. At first, I thought this was going to kind of be like a Deus Ex thing where you can really upgrade certain characters and abilities, but instead it's just like more health, more grenades, more ammo, reload quicker. So it's pretty surface level. It feels a little tacked on. And there are also some good exo elements though, for instance, kind of a slow motion thing and a riot shield you can throw up. And then there's the ending of the game. With the Call of Duty franchise, you expect that last, vicious sequence where you're near death and you kill the big bad guy. And I just felt the one in this game wasn't that great. Spoiler warning, you basically get into a big fight on the top of a skyscraper, and eventually he falls off and the game fades to black, and they play some voiceover about, oh, the world, they try to really hype up the gravity of the situation, but overall, I don't know, it didn't have as much weight as I would like. Also, there are so many QTE events and cutscenes in this game, in the campaign, and sometimes I feel like it kind of breaks up the action of the game when a QTE sequence pops up, which is just a glorified cutscene, really. It's like gameplay light. I don't know, not a big fan of those. Also, overall though, great graphics in the game. The game looks good, and yeah, honestly, at the lower price point, I'd definitely recommend it. Me giving it kind of a mediocre... So my thoughts on it being kind of mediocre could be the fact that I'm older, and maybe these games don't have the same weight they did when I was younger. But I know for a fact that also this campaign is not as well written, it's not as tight, and the gameplay isn't as good as some of the previous entries into the game. So maybe they can change that with Call of Duty World War II, but I really feel like this is one of the games where you're seeing, the series is trending downhill. But it's fun. I had definitely got a, good 6 or so hours out of it. So yeah, maybe check it out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.